Hey everyone, welcome back to Woods and Wonders, and on today's video we are starting the cedar siding, but before we get to that we are going to put the tape on the rest of the crevices for the zip system OSB, and we are also going to finish foaming on the inside of the cabin, and we are going to start the cedar siding, so let's get it. Also, before we start the cedar siding, we need to do the aluminum fascia as well. Let me see, Rob. That's gonna look nice.
Yeah.
Let me get this piece done. What? Before we can start on the cedar siding, we have to make sure that the little things are done, and that includes the tape for the zip system OSB and also the foaming on the inside. But we ended up getting these little things done, so we were able to move forward.
Or do you want me to hold that?
I don't know if it's just wobbling or...
I don't know. The smooth side out or the rough side out?
We brought the siding back to the garage at my house to stain it there. That way we didn't lose any time by having to do everything up at the land.
I'm not sure how that rough side will take that stain there.
Yeah. But don't they all need the backside done too to seal it?
No, just a cedar, so it don't need seal.
Okay, so we're gonna start with...
But we do.
Gonna start putting the stain and sealer on it, just so don't waste any time, and go from there. Color I picked was called Simply Cedar, Valspar Stain and Sealer Simply Cedar. So let's see what it looks like. That's gonna be dark. At first I wasn't too sure about this stain, but after I started putting it onto the cedar, it really started to grow on me, and I can just imagine what it will look like with the evergreen roof, and also when I paint the front door evergreen, so the colors will just contrast beautifully together. When I think about how far this cabin has come since my friend George and I broke ground in April of 2025, I just can't help but be amazed. Owning your own piece of land and looking around at your surroundings and knowing that you have put your heart and soul into this land since you bought it is just a feeling that I cannot describe. Bringing a design that you had on paper to life just puts things into perspective and makes it so much more rewarding. And having an amazing friend like George, who has been here with me every step of the way, is just as much rewarding as building the cabin itself. Knowing the hard work that I've put into building this cabin, and knowing that it's something that I can enjoy and my kids can enjoy for life, is just something that you cannot even put into words. All up here too. Hold on. Go ahead.
WD-40 in the garage.
Got the green metal coil, going to do the fascia today and get that done, and then get started on some of the siding.
Well, like,
right. One. Ooh. Up.
As far as you can get. My mom been telling her this whole time she's going up there for blood tests.
All the way. Yeah. 90 degrees.
Like.
While Frank and George were working on the fascia, I decided to go in and finish the foaming that needed to be done on the walls inside. And everything was going smoothly and I was getting a lot of progress done. But I got up into the loft and I went to start foaming. And as soon as I looked up on the window ledge, I noticed something looking at me and staring at me, and it really startled me. And it took me a couple seconds to process just what it was. And that is when I realized what was staring back at me.
Well, I was foaming, and when I looked up, yeah, like, I mean, the fact that I was so close to it's what scared me.
So now we had to figure out how to get this owl out of the cabin.
As you can see from that last video, had a little visitor trying to find a safe and effective way to get it out of the cabin. Got a little idea. I'm going to test it out. We'll see how it works. Took that screen out of that window because he's flown into it twice now. So we're hoping he'll come out of the window. Now on to plan B, but I'm not sure what plan B is. Before anybody asked, it got in because the soffit still has those openings on the ends, and that's what we're closing in today. So that's how the owl got in. Well, he's out. But now he's right near the cabin. Now he's just hanging out, watching the cabin work.
Alrighty, now that rescuing the owl took up about 45 minutes of our time, we did get both of the sides of the fascia done, and I have to say I think it meshes beautifully with that cedar. The fascia was now on the front and back and both sides of the cabin. I think it looks amazing, and I am extremely happy that I ended up going this route and choosing the aluminum fascia. Everything just blends very well together.
All right, I got all of the wall seams foamed in. So anytime you've seen any sunlight coming through in any of the other parts of the video, that's all been foamed in. All of the tape has been put on for the zip system OSB. So with the fascia on, the cabin is officially 100% dried in. So I'll be taking this sample of the fascia and have it color matched, but the door is going to be painted green. I think that will come together beautifully with the cedar siding, the green metal roof, and then the green door. The downfall of doing aluminum fascia is all of the scraps that you get to walk around and pick up. It's the little tiny pieces that are the issue. Need to have a maintenance day up here soon. Done, looking great. Now we're going to unload the siding out of the truck, and tomorrow that is what's on the agenda, doing the siding that we have. Now, can I carry all of these? Yeah. Yeah. Back up here, day 3, a little later start than normal. Bad wreck on the interstate with hazmat spill. We're gonna do the siding today with what we have, get some of the trim up, and just see what we get done. Isn't that easy? I'll cut that at an angle and cover that on that side. Oh, now it doesn't want to. Yep, I remember. Feels secure.
Because we're even.
Side trim pieces started the window and started a little bit of the door, just so we can get the siding started. Yeah, stretch out and hold so I can look just to
Then it's clear.
what I can see. Yeah. Now where you see this gap, that'll all be when we do the front porch.
Yeah.
It'll come up under it, so you'll never see this green and all that. Yeah.
Measuring. I like it.
Finally getting around to getting this cedar siding started on the cabin has been such an awesome experience. This whole entire cabin build has been nothing short of amazing, and I am so happy to finally see something that I put on paper months ago finally start to come to life.
Put one in the middle.
Originally, I had gone back and forth between a few ideas for the trim, and I was at one time going to paint the trim green, just like the same color as the roof, but I decided to keep it the same color as the siding, and I think that was the best option. At the end of the day, we used up all of the siding that was available to us. We had to drive an hour away to get this lumber, and it was the only place available within an hour's distance, and I really didn't want to drive any further than that. The rest of the lumber had to be specially ordered, and it is not supposed to be in until a week from today, so we will have to catch up and do the rest on our next time up at the cabin. We put in 3 good days worth of work. We did the aluminum fascia, the trim on the corners and the window and the door frame, and then we also got around to putting the siding on that was available. I am very happy with the results of these 3 days, and we put in great work, and I can't wait to come back up here in about 2 weeks, and I'll see you then. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.